Guys, it's Clown Fight here. Guys, today I'm just going to be looking at a recent interview that Tom Aspinall gave. It's mainly on Alex Pereira. He's just been asked questions on how he thinks he would fare against Alex Pereira, and is he actually eyeing up Alex Pereira. So I'm just going to go through the interview and give you my thoughts. So let's just get straight into it.
We sort of spoke about Alex Pereira being a potential opponent for you. That talk has gone through the roof since UFC 300, that iconic picture. Be honest, you knew what you were doing there, Tom. Didn't. You didn't blink for the whole time he was on that podium. And that was an iconic picture. Did you think this could be a good marketing opportunity for the fight, or were you just sizing him up?
So for those of you who don't know what he's on about is there was a photo, a iconic photo. I'll put it up here of Tom Aspinall staring at Alex Pereira, because for those of you who don't know, Alex Pereira has gone up from middleweight to light heavyweight and he's become a champion in both those divisions and he's crushing people. Someone said Alex Pereira is now going to go for his third belt very soon, and the third belt would be at heavyweight. So that's Jon Jones or Tom Aspinall. So there is a photo out there where Tom Aspinall was staring him out in the shadows, just staring, sizing him out, and I do believe this fight will happen at some point. So let's carry on, but he gets asked about it.
The Mr. Potato Head picture.
Yeah, exactly
I can't unsee it now. Do you know what I mean? When I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh yeah, he's right. He's right. Do you know what? If you watch the whole card, so when I went for 300, they literally gave me the best seats in the frigging building. It was unreal. So I was sat literally right next to where the fighters go into the octagon. They go up the little steps and that, where the fighter check-in happens right before they go in. And I'm so interested in fighters' body languages and the mentality and the way that they're acting, the way, like, seconds before combat. I'm super interested in it. So I did that with literally every fighter on the card. Do you know what I mean? But it just so happened that for that one, obviously, because he's a person of interest maybe for me, someone took the picture. But do you know what? It's Alex Pereira. Like, what a guy. What a guy. He's an absolute beast. And I'm sure that'll happen one day. But right now, it's not happening. So, but I'm a massive fan of his. Got a lot of respect for him.
When you look at what...
So you can see there, Tom Aspinall just said he does like to study people's body language. So when Alex Pereira was coming up, he was studying him. Obviously not like directly, because he thinks he's 100% going to fight him. But he does know down the line it may be a potential fight. So he was just reading into his body language. He was doing a quick analysis like I like to do.
What he's achieved since then: cleaned out Jamal Hill, cleaned out Prachka again. Now, Dana White was on a podcast with Shaquille O'Neal. You probably don't know that because you're not on social at the moment. He said that Joe Rogan has been pushing for the Jones and Pereira fight. How infuriating would it be if Pereira leapfrogs you?
Well, it would be bull, but it's probably more likely, to be honest.
If this happens, guys, it'd be a bit of a joke, but most likely it probably will happen though. There's a chance that Alex Pereira gets to leapfrog Tom Aspinall once again, who is the interim heavyweight champion. He's got a fight coming up in 1 week's time against Curtis Blades. Definitely not a foregone conclusion that Tom Aspinall's going to win it, but I'd favour Tom Aspinall to beat the guy badly, knock him out. But you never know. But let's just say he gets through Curtis Blades. He's now defended his interim belt. At this point, Jon Jones or whoever holds the real belt needs to give him the next shot. So if Alex Pereira jumps Tom Aspinall and goes to Jon Jones, then Tom Aspinall's sitting on the side again defending an interim bout. That would be a big fuck you to Tom Aspinall. And if that happens, I wouldn't know what to say, guys. It probably will, guys. If Jon Jones beats Stipe, do you think Jon Jones is going to want to fight Tom Aspinall? We've already seen countless of times how many times Jon Jones has been ducking Tom Aspinall. I've even done a video on it. Jon Jones don't want no smoke with Tom Aspinall at all. He's not on it, guys. He knows Tom Aspinall is probably the most riskiest fight and the biggest threat to him. Very good on the feet, very good in wrestling, a young athletic guy. Whereas Alex Pereira, very good on the feet, probably better than Tom Aspinall. However, not nowhere near as high level underground. He got taken down by Israel Adesanya, guys, and held down. John Jones is licking his chops at it, so it's an easy fight for John Jones. And top of that, guys, it makes more business sense for John Jones to fight Alex Pereira, because Alex Pereira is the UFC poster boy right now. He would make a lot more money, but again, it's another slap in the face of Tom Aspinall, because I think Tom Aspinall could potentially beat both those guys, John Jones and Alex Pereira, but let's see.
But you know what? I'm doing my thing. And I will be undeniable in the heavyweight division. And this little chapter in political time will be gone one day. And until then, I'll be staying positive, winning fights, and enjoying myself. So, I don't know. I understand what the UFC is. They'll give it the hype and money before what's right, and that's okay. I got to move with it. If that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. So, yeah, whatever.
Both huge fights.
He's not lying here, guys. As I said, Dana White most likely will go for that money fight, John Jones versus Alex Pereira. That day on a pay-per-view, guys, you're talking big money numbers. I guarantee you they're going to be doing that fight very soon. If John Jones beats Stipe, I'm pretty sure they'll make Alex Pereira versus John Jones. Even if Tom Aspinall starches Curtis Blades. Unfortunately, guys, in this game, nice guys always finish last. Tom Aspinall's got the best skills out of all of them. More in terms of each area. I think especially in heavyweight, I think Tom Aspinall beats John Jones, and twice on a Sunday. Right now, not saying John Jones, of what I've seen right now, be a good fight, but I think Tom Aspinall takes him. I think Tom Aspinall takes Alex Pereira at heavyweight, based off his wrestling, and he talks about it a bit more here.
It's for you, and all the plan is right now is for Jones to fight Stipe in November. Knowing you as long as I have, you don't want to sit out for the rest of the year and wait. You've got the top guys around you pretty much all matched up. Yeah. So that actually would leave Pereira free.
Yeah.
If you had to call someone out right now after this fight, I know you don't even want to think about that, but when you look at it logically, there's not many other top guys available after this fight.
In all honesty, it's not something I've really looked at. I didn't even know everyone else was matched until you just told me. Honestly, I don't think past who I'm fighting. And I know everybody says that, but I literally, to me, I'm fighting on the 27th or /28th. The 29th, to me, doesn't really exist. And that's the way I work my mind. Curtis Blades, if I look past this guy, it's going to be bad news. So I'm full focused on him right now.
Yeah, I like Tom Aspinall's mindset. He's just saying focused on who he needs to focus on. There's no point thinking about Alex Pereira. There's no point thinking about John Jones. Beat who they put in front of you. If I'm Tom Aspinall, the best thing to do, guys, if they're not going to give you the Alex Pereira fight, if they're not going to give you the John Jones fight, guess what you do if you're Tom Aspinall? You defend your interim title. You specifically tell Dana White, I want to fight 3 times a year. You clean that heavyweight division out from top to bottom. Guys, you become undeniable. You become the next Alex Pereira. You become the next John Jones. That's what I would advise Tom Aspinall to do. Don't worry about the big money fights. Don't worry about him. Don't chase him. He's doing the right thing.
Just touching on Pereira as well, I've not asked you this, but how do you actually feel you would match up? His power is crazy. He's not had that experience at heavyweight. Your speed and power and wrestling and submissions are absolutely nuts. We've not seen enough of the submissions from you because you stand up so good. A lot of people online think you can take him on the feet, and if you wanted to take it to the ground, you could probably finish the fight even quicker. Is that the way that you look at the fight?
Well, the bell would go, and I'd run across, full blast, and rugby tackle him, is what I'd do.
Go straight for the takedown?
First 10 seconds of the fight, yeah.
So Tom Aspinall being straight up here, guys, and I'd be honest, guys, I won't knock him for this. He said if he fought Alex Pereira within the first 10-20 seconds, he's going to rugby tackle him straight to the ground. He's not going to even bother to attempt standing up with that guy. And he doesn't need to, guys. Alex Pereira would not be able to stop Tom Aspinall's takedowns. Now, as he said, in the first 10-20 seconds, he's going to go for it. That's probably predictable. So Alex Pereira might be able to time a knee or time something. So maybe not straight away now. He may have to do it in the next 30 seconds. But if Tom Aspinall's running at you full pace as a heavyweight, even if he eats a knee, guys, I don't think it would knock Tom Aspinall out. A big heavyweight like him, he could just off sheer power and strength wrestle Alex Pereira straight to the ground. Once it's on the floor, guys, I think Tom Aspinall can wrap it up. And we've seen that, guys, in the past. You got people like Brock Lesnar who used to just run at people and just take them down. Used to just power them down to the ground. At that weight, guys, remember, Alex Pereira would have had to bulk up to come up to heavyweight. He had to bulk up from middleweight to go to light heavyweight. Well, he's probably a bit more of a natural light heavyweight, but he's definitely going to have to bulk up to go to heavyweight. And Tom Aspinall's a natural heavyweight. I think Tom Aspinall could double leg Alex Pereira into another planet. He'd be flying. Alex Pereira would go flying. But obviously, you got to be careful with the knee, the uppercut, because. Yeah, I do appreciate Tom Aspinall's honesty, saying I wouldn't stand with that guy, and he doesn't need to, guys. I wouldn't either.
Seriously, I mean, you don't like to give game plans away, but I think a lot of fans would expect you to go for the takedown at some point, because Blachowicz showed that he could hold him down, even though Pereira ended up winning the fight. I don't think you've got a problem in the takedown department.
Well, I've got one very reliable takedown that I do. If you watch my fight with Arlovsky, did it there. The spear. Yeah. It's undefeated in training. The problem is when you do it, you nearly knock yourself out. So I don't do it that much because you just run into some full blast with your head. You don't want to do that. So I save that for rare moments. But that's the exact takedown I do. Full blast, mate. 40-yard dash straight across. Head in the middle. Full on spear, yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Tom Aspinall goes, I would just spear him. As soon as the fight starts, yeah, you got a 250-pound plus guy running at you. Full spear against Alex Pereira. I think Alex Pereira's going to go flying. He would just go in the air. You can try and time a knee, guys, but if he does that takedown, he done it on Arlovsky. I saw him do it to Arlovsky, guys. Arlovsky had no chance, guys. He pushed the guy from the middle to the cage.
Their approach to the game is that, whoa, hold on a minute. I'm used to people falling over when I hit them.
It's called the spear, guys. The only other person I've seen do it in the heavyweight division is Brock Lesnar. And I think Tom Aspinall's got the power to do it. If Tom Aspinall goes into that fight with Alex Pereira, just looks at him and says, yo, this is too dangerous. I'm going to risk getting knocked out now. I'm taking you down. I reckon you take him down, guys. You go in there, kill or be killed. I either take you down or I die trying. Tom Aspinall would get Alex Pereira down. There's nothing he can do about it. There's nothing he would be able to do about it, in my opinion, guys. And once he's down, guys, pummel that guy, guys. The same way John Jones did gone. The wrestling would be too much. But again, I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion, and I wouldn't recommend Tom Aspinall to do it within the first 10 seconds. But I reckon that spear, guys, is a dangerous spear.
So once you've speared him, then what happens? Do you go for the ground and pound, or do you go for the sub?
I don't know. I'm not. Hopefully, I knock him out just with that. If I don't knock myself out, like you say, it's quite a lot of impacts on your head. So one of us will get knocked out of that, either me or him. Hopefully, it'll be him.
I think that's inevitable. That fight happens.
You go, someone will get knocked out just by the spear, either him or Alex Pereira, and I agree with that, guy. So that would be a sick fight, though.
Everyone wants to see a stadium fight in the UK at some point. You are a stadium level fighter at this point, and we've also got Leon, Paddy, a whole bunch of guys coming up. Makayev's probably going to win a belt in the next year or so. So we're potentially going to have like 3 guys holding a world title from the UK. Are you going to say to Dana, listen, get over the fear of rain in the UK, get a tent over the cage, and let's make it happen at Wembley?
Well, am I not right to say that at Wembley they have something like that?
Yeah, they've done it for boxing so many times, but every time it seems like it gets close, Dana he does not like, he always mentions the weather with the UK.
Yeah, well, he is right, the weather's terrible in the UK, but if they can do like an Anthony Joshua event there, or a Tyson Fury event, like why can't they do a UFC there? Exactly. I think it's well doable, yeah.
Can you push for it, please? Because I think like they're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to any reporters out there. We tell him enough at the press conferences, and he's the guy that calls the shots. I think if you go and say it in the cage, say maybe next year or something, let's get a Wembley card. Next time you're in the UK, let's get a Wembley card.
I mean, it does sound good. I push for it. I do like fighting in the UK. It's a lot easier than travelling across the world, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, they don't listen to me much either, mate. So.
Tom Aspinall's not wrong there. This card that's coming up, guys, in a few days. It's supposed to be. It's actually in the US time. I'm from the UK, guys. I wanted to go down to watch this Tom Aspinall versus this Leon Edwards versus Bilal and Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. The bastards put it at 3 a.m, 4 or 5 a.m. Now I'm struggling, guys, asking people, yo, who wants to go? When you got one of your boys saying, yo, it's a bit late, or I've got to go somewhere tomorrow. If it was early, I would have come, and you got your cousin saying, I would have been on it, but it's too late. Dana White's an idiot for putting that card at fucking 5 a.m, guys. No one's going to go down at that time, man. But yeah, man, I wanted to go, but if that was at UK prime time, oh, guys, that would have been a fight. Manchester's not too far from me. But anyways, you leave your thoughts below, man. What do you think would happen if Tom Aspinall fought Alex Pereira? Do you think Tom Aspinall would take him, or do you think Alex Pereira would knock Tom Aspinall out? Leave your thoughts below, and I'll catch you in the next one.